Since I started evaluating TVs 10 years prior, I've seen the thrashing fall of plasma, the quick ascent of OLED, and, amidst everything, the trudging movement of LCDs. At any rate, that is the means by which it felt. The upgrades to the maturing TV tech have been for the most part incremental. So notwithstanding genuine development in those 10 years, LEDs, quantum specs, 4K determination, HDR, they arrived gradually enough that it never felt like an upheaval. Indeed, even the principal Samsung QLEDs felt more like an advancement than upheaval. Samsung's 2018 Q9FN QLED TV is the epiphany we've been sitting tight for. Basically, it's the best TV Samsung has ever constructed, and the most balanced LCD I've tried. Most shockingly, it's not in any case pretty much the executioner picture. Out of the box, most people set their TV up themselves. So it's in TV producers' best advantages to make that procedure as straightforward and satisfying as could be expected under the circumstances. One hiccup too much, and that TV is going appropriate back in the crate and sent off to the retailer from which it came. As the main TV mark in the US, Samsung is intensely mindful of this, and has refined the setup encounter for its TVs to an artistic work. Roku TVs approach as far as straightforwardness. However, at last, Samsung QLED TVs offer the most pleasurable setup encounter accessible today. It begins with basic stand get-together, in case you're going that course, or the capacity to flush mount the TV to the divider utilizing Samsung's no-hole divider mount. A more customary mount is dependably a choice, however for the cleanest look, we'd suggest Samsung's custom mount since the TV is a little on the thick side. More on that later. The following purpose of setup includes interfacing your parts, which will be made to Samsung's One Connect box. The measure of a VCR with the back half cleaved off. This container associates the TV's brains, HDMI ports, and this year, even the power supply. This implies the One Connect box is somewhat bulkier. However, it likewise implies one modest fiber optic link rushes to the TV, and that is it. It's so little it can keep running up the divider undetected, particularly in the event that you paint it an indistinguishable shading from your divider. Once raised and associated, the Q9FN everything except finishes the setup procedure itself. The TV will naturally discover any telephone utilizing the Android or iOS variant of Samsung's SmartThings application and offer to utilize that telephone's settings to consequently share Wi-Fi certifications, in a split second associating the TV to the web. Before long, in accordance with a firmware refresh, the TV will likewise have the capacity to get login data from a variety of spilling TV applications on your telephone, like YouTube and Hulu, so you needn't subject yourself to the baffling procedure of pecking out usernames and passwords for 30 minutes. With that off the beaten path, the Q9FN will offer to program the tuner to get neighborhood over-the-air (OTA) communicates from TV stations through its tuner. At that point, identify any sources associated by means of HDMI diversion supports, Bluebeam players, link, satellite boxes, and so on. Auto-mark those data sources. Lastly, program the TV's basic remote control to work every one of them. No irritating remote codes to chase down and punch in.